requirements which you need to fulfill, like your transcript, if you are going for PhD, your undergraduate transcript as well as your master's transcript that you need to have before applying to the university. That is not compulsory when you start an application, but application process, whole process takes around 8 months. And another thing is that letter of recommendation. These are some of the requirements, that is SOP, transcripts, and letter of recommendation, and your personal CV. So here, not like India, these people are really so good, they just trust you on a piece of paper. Whatever you will write in statement of purpose, they will assume it that is correct. So that is one of the advantage we can take, and you should try to make statement of purpose as a very effective document by seeking a guidance of professional people, or there are websites which can help you out in that. So you need to spend some money, but of course that is going to pay you off once you come here. And my journey was not so easy. Like, I didn't get anything for free. I need to, of course, struggle. I was working, and I was simultaneously, like, I am married, so I need to do, like, totally. I was not a, like, bachelor, just study and job, that's it. So I was working also, and I was making sure that I should at least study for an hour. So I didn't study much, to be frank with you guys. So, but I used to study regularly. So, and I able to make through good score in GRE as well as TOEFL. And TOEFL, some of the students are like, I also belongs to a town in Maharashtra. I'm from Vani, that is in Yavatal district. So then I think, till I take the admission for my engineering, I'm not able to speak a single sentence in English. But that doesn't matter here. That's why I experienced, in the last 6 months. There are so many Chinese, though they cannot speak a single sentence, but they still there surviving here. So you can take one English course, and that's all. And people here are so nice that whenever, when you cannot speak, but they still try to understand you, they will treat you so well, and like that. That's something which make you special. Like, they won't humiliate you anyway. Like, sometimes we need to suffer through these circumstances in India. So that is something, I just want to share with everybody, that once you come to this country, these people will treat you, on the top of the world. So, so our students should not hesitate for this, that you are lacking, in the communication, or you are lacking in the confidence. So, day by day, everything will go smoothly, and you can cope up with the circumstances, the different education culture, and all that thing. So my major, inspiration for all my journey from India to USA is, like, I joined one group, that is Mission Higher Education, and Ravi Bangar helped me a lot for making my documents, like SOP, letter of recommendation, appropriate, so that because he is in USA, so he know what actually people here expect, from the SOP as well as letter of recommendation. So that is something I want to share with you. And another thing, like, if you are going to, have some sessions for our students who are really serious and who wants to come to USA, and, due to the confidence, I know we lack a lot in the confidence. So I think they should not bother for this point, If they lack in communication, it's absolutely fine. If they lack in confidence at this point, that is quite okay. Once you come here, everything will fall in place, and you can progress day by day. And something I like here, that you don't have to give any credit to anybody. You are completely a free person. You can do whatever you want to, and you don't have to, like in India, you want to, do so many things that really very ridiculous, except study, they want your guides want you to do this, that stuff, So here it's like purely about the studies, and professor won't expect anything from you except your progress. So that is something I like about studying in USA. And of course, they pay you a handsome stipend that some of the money you can save. So that is something very cool. And of course, for PhD, they will offer you the scholarship, so you don't have to pay a single penny. And starting expenses, of course, the journey from India to USA will cost you something, but I can assure that in a year, you can repay whatever you spend for your education. Mm. I think that's all from my side. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. So you can share about like you're doing PhD, right? Right now.
Yes. I took an admission for my master's, but my university offered me a PhD degree as I'm already a master's student. So they promoted me to PhD, but I will get MS plus PhD degree, and the time duration for only PhD as well as MS plus PhD is going to be same. So I am planning I will go for MS plus PhD. So both options are available for me.
Great. So, do you want to share something more, or should we open for question answer?
I think yes. My major concern, when I never thought of that I will land up, in USA for my studies. Never, this was just I didn't dreamed also. I think so because I never thought, you can go bring, like a confidence. Then might be, you lack in communication, and the country where you will hardly find your people, and then how you are going to address all that stuff. There are many questions before I started my preparation for my PhD. Many questions just type up, but everything, everything fall in place, and finally I landed up here, and I completed my one semester with good grades, and that is something I want to share with everybody. Don't lose the confidence. That is very important. If you cannot make it in one attempt, it's fine, absolutely fine. But one suggestion, like try to apply for maximum university. At least 10 university, I think. So here competition is a lot, and they scrutinize your application. They will give you the time. They will spend lots of time on your application. So my suggestion is that spend some money for application. It's fine. Definitely, it is going to pay you off. So that's what something you can share among our students.
Thank you. So, thank you so much. This is Opiji. This was quite inspirational and motivational talk. Friends, please ask any questions if you have. You can.
Lalit, do you able to see the chart screen here?
Pardon?
Are you able to see the chart screen here?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I have some question if there is no other question from other people.
Yeah.
So actually, I wanted to know, Madam, how what is the first step that the students from India should start with, and how they can know about what university they should apply, where they should look for, so those kind of small details if you can share, that may help, and even how they decide what field they should go for. Okay. Is the question clear, or should I repeat that?
So I mean, you want to answer me in which area you should apply. Like if your background is something, and then in what particular area you should apply for PhD. That is your question. There are lots of disturbances, outside. I'm not able to.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's fine.
Okay. So, well, actually.
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, definitely.
Sorry, my kids are playing, so it's sounding later. Is it clear now, baby?
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry again. Can you able to hear now?
Yes. Quite okay. Sometimes again.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, that's good. I like the idea of friendship. You can just type it. It's fine.
Sushant was saying what steps you took in the beginning.
Okay, what steps? Oh, all right. How I planned and how everything, I proceeded and made my journey into USA like that. You mean?
No, the first step, you were trying to understand what first is like how you, if I'm clear, yeah, he said that the steps, how you went, what is the first step, how you got motivated, and why you thought you should do this, not continue what you were doing earlier.
All right. Yeah, that's yeah. Now it's fine. Yeah. First of all, frankly speaking, if I would have been known that I want to do PhD in USA, I never had I should have seriously done my masters. But I done my masters when I was working, and that was something that was something I need to do because I want to continue with my job. So with my current job, I pursued my master's, and that time I was not aware whether I'm going for my PhD in abroad, So I didn't take my master's very seriously, but later on, my husband got one reference from Mission Higher Education, where we will get guidance how you can apply, then how to start with, and what are the prerequisites for applying to abroad for your higher education. So that is something which inspires us that it doesn't matter from which background you belongs to, from which school, from which college you have done your education. So that hardly matters. What matters is if you are really serious, then just start working from the day, and you can start preparing for GRE. TOEFL is really secondary for this PhD. Nobody much bothers. Yeah, there are certain schools which of course ask you for minimum score, but there are certain schools, if your profile, that your statement of purpose is very strong, nobody bothers what score you got for GRE and something. That's why they ask you for the statement of purpose. If your work is too good, then if you are having a reasonable marks in GRE papers, still they will consider an application. So when I read those mails, me and my husband decided, this is something I can do, and there was so much saturation. I was assistant professor in India, and it was lots of saturation in that field, and the mission education group made I got so much impressed by that group, and I thought I can think of doing my PhD, and from that day I decided I should go ahead. So there are lots of information available on that group which can answer your each and every query precisely. So that is what that is my primary steps which inspired me. And Ravi used to call, like whenever we used to have some queries, he used to call us and clear us, like this is not something you cannot do, this is something it's easy, you can go for it, for sure. And then I started my studies for GI, and then, yeah.
So Jaivan, basically, profile is not necessary that you are saying.
See, yeah, that's what I'm making it. It depends upon school to school. Some schools really bother, and they because see, what is their communication of education is English, right? So they make it sure that at least you should understand, you should able to understand, you should able to speak, you should able to write, in their language of communication for the education. So that is something. So there are certain universities, they won't accept your application if your GRE and TOEFL score is low, but they will give you a chance to reappear it, So they will just let you know if you want to repeat your GRE or TOEFL. So they will wait for that, because it is a long process. They won't process your application in day or two. They will take around, I say, 6 months to review your application and the whole process. Again, it depends from school to school, but minimum I can say you it is almost more than 3 months they will require to process the application. So that's what you need to contact with the professor. That is one of the important thing I can tell you before applying. You can start the application. Okay, you can fill the deadline. You can you need to fill. So you can start your application as soon as possible. And you can just contact the professor and just ask him to start his application, and you are interested in doing research in the particular area, and you like the area of that professor. So and you can say you worked in that area for you can say like you worked in that area for that duration or something like that. So if he really likes your profile, he likes your work, then definitely he can offer you. But it is again a process. This is the whole university process. So the decision won't be only of the professor to whom you approach, So it has to go through all the process of the university. The panel will take the decision depending upon your system. So some of the universities it doesn't matter seriously. And my suggestion will be, again, one more suggestion: if you give admission in somewhere, like there are many top universities and they expect core crowd, right? But if you get admission to a intermediate university, you can come here, then you can take admission, and later on there are wide chances that you can switch your school anytime after a semester. Be explicit, after a semester you can switch your school. So that is a cool option available in university, and nobody will stop you from that. They can't say you that we finance you this and that. They cannot. Here nobody can compel you.
Yeah, so that will be basically a relationship matter, how you want to maintain it. But so basically what you're trying to say is that those who have done their masters already should try to find universities within USA and professors related to their own field. What kind of studies are there in the universities? What are the responsible professors? Who are the responsible professors in that particular area? And try to start their communication with the professor, showing the interest of their higher studies, either in research or in masters or whatever they think of. And once that communication starts and the professor takes interest in that particular candidate, there may be chances that the application may go through, and they will help you all with all their support how to process the application and how to get into the university. That is the right step.
Yeah, nobody will, because their applications are self-explanatory, so they won't help you. They can just they can say, they can give you the appropriate email ID, because these people are very good in communication through emails. They want everything to be written, so they are really good in that. And professors are so good. If you email them today, you can expect their reply in 12 hours. So that is something cool. Not like India. Once my probably professor don't see the emails for a month or more than that. So that is something good. So if you don't have any opening, simply he will just tell you, that we don't have any opening, but he can tell you this is the another professor who is working in that area, so you can contact him. So that is something they will clearly mention. These are my experiences. Like lots of experiences I want, like there are like I experienced it in USA in my school for last 6 months, and I feel myself so lucky that I got really a chance to come here and experience all the culture, people, and everything. So they treat you so well, and being an international student, you are top of their priority. So that is something. Yeah.
Yeah, and we also heard from you that you had some material links or something which tells you on prerequisites and it is steps, so or some links. So it will be very helpful if you can share the URL or whatever with
Sure. I can do that. No problem. I can share my contact number also. I can share my email also, so that if anybody is having any query, so I am really happy to help them, because I just want what I am experiencing. All our students should experience that, and they give you such a great stipend that you can save out of that. That is really cool, right? You can save a lakh per month. You can save, if I'm talking in Indian rupees. That is not a salary of many people in India, right? Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. There is question from Sagar. Sagar, you can speak.
Hello.
He has written the question here, but he can speak, Sagar.
Okay. Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, you can just call me Jay. It's fine. I'm feeling so awkward. Yeah. So I'm sure you can call me my name. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Sagar.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing MBA from Mumbai University.
Okay.
And I want to do PhD from USA.
Right.
So my question is that for the PhD, my specialization is IT. My specialization is IT. And for the PhD subject, that subject we have to submit to the university, or university recommend us what kind of subject you have to be specialized in PhD.
Yeah, there are both options available for you. If you are having some great idea, but like professor will process your application. If you are, because sometimes when you write a statement of purpose, then you need to mention under whom you want to do your PhD, right? So straight away the application will go to that person. So if you are experienced, that's what I just first mentioned, that when once you decided that, like now you are doing your master, so you know very well, right, what is area of your interest. And sometimes if it is not area of your interest, still you need to go through that, because they just like to have some link. People here are they are not versatile, but they are very much particular in the field in which they are working. That is for sure. Like Indians are versatile, but these people are very specific. So if you say you are, if you are doing your MBA in finance and suddenly you want to switch to IT, so you need to explain specific reason why you want to switch from finance to IT. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So you need to give some concrete thing that will make your application very strong. That where you are having something which is making you to switch from finance to IT. Are you getting me? But yeah. So when you are trying to make an application, you can search. You can search, like in my area, I search like my interest was in VLSI. And that was not my interest. Be frank, my interest was MBA, but my background was mostly into VLSI. I done my thesis into VLSI, and my major was VLSI. So that is something, and really it is having lots of scope here. So I am not regretting my decision. But if you are, do you have some projects also, right? Case studies, project for your masters. Yeah. So yeah, if you have some hands-on tools which are really helpful for your studies, so you should give emphasis, while writing the SOP that you have developed that, if you are in IT, you develop this application, or you work, you done some project using this application. And you can Google the keywords and say, VLSI, universities in USA, which are specialized in VLSI. So you can get a list of that. or you can, if you want to go for the finding the university rank wise, it will take you a long time, to search the university in which, but you can Google it simply, that won't be a problem to search for your area. But in sometimes if you think that you are going through a profile of some professor and you like his area and you are having some relevant experience in that area, you can just write that and work, but not exactly in that area, but you are having some background, right?
Yes.
So you can just write like that. You are having some background in that area, but actually if you don't work, actually of course, because like IT is not a small thing, right? It's a complete C, so you cannot select that. So they also know that. But if you are having some background with that, so they will definitely consider your application. So it depends. Sometimes they can offer you their own. Mostly professors do that because they can guide you well if they know that you are having some experience. Then if they are doing some current research, they will ask you to do something in their current research because they get fundings and also they need to complete their project, right? So they will ask for, of course, they will ask for your interest, and if you are having some relevant ideas, you are always encouraged here. Whatever idea you are having, they will encourage. Always the professors here encourage you. Nobody will say what silly idea. This is so many people had done this. So like that. So it really depends on the individual professor, but mostly professor will want you to work. Like if of course you are approaching those professors whose area matches with you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like you don't have to bother what PhD thesis you should carry out. That is your professor who will take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah, like
include us in their project. They can include us with in their projects, current projects. What do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but yeah, probably they can do that. Yeah.
Sagar, you can also go for MSIT. That will give you job immediately in USA.
Yeah, but his aim is doing the masters or want to have a job. Like depends,
Yeah.
My background is BSc.
Okay, so your basic motto is doing your PhD and having the handsome salaries, or doing the masters, and then because after having PhD there are lots many chances to get green card easily, and after MS also there are, but you need to struggle. So there are both options available, and jobs are pretty much here.
So, ma'am, and minimum time limit for the PhD is 5 years, no?
See, again, completely depend upon the school and the professor, but minimum is 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, minimum is 4 years. Sometimes it can go to 5 years. See, it's totally depend upon you, how you are working, right? If you are not working effectively, no professor will accept because they want fruitful results out of that. Not like India, if you are doing something. So if your professor is having good terms with you, so he can just give you a degree, but they want good publications. Of course, they demand for it, right? So they want good publication and they want some unique work. PhD is all about the research, right? So, but they are pretty good to help you out, with all your queries. It doesn't matter what query you are having. They will help you in all the way they can.
Ma'am, my another question is that I am from vernacular medium. So the basic problem is that communication skill and vocabulary and all that. So are they going to help us with that things?
Yeah, sure. And that's what I clearly mentioned. Don't hesitate, because I saw so many Chinese students around me. Those they cannot speak a single sentence of English, but still they are surviving in USA. So this is the communication won't be a much problem if you're going to whatever your professors are speaking, you can understand, you can write, and you can reply back. So that is okay. And if you want to really improve the English, then start reading, I think, newspaper, So you can start with Times of India, then you can go to Wall Street. That is something everybody wants. That is having a great English vocab. But I didn't give much emphasis on this verbal section for GRE also. For me, I'm talking India. I didn't give much emphasis on verbal because that was the top of my team. And of course, technical background, nobody bothered how much score we got in verbal. So I think, sometimes if you are going to, you don't get a good score in verbal, that's quite okay. That's really okay. If you are going for your business or business school or might be any technical school. So it really doesn't matter. So really don't bother like, you are not having good communication because I belong to a town that till engineering I was not able to talk English. Yeah, situation teach you everything.
Yes, ma'am. And after doing PhD, what kind of means job offered in the market?
Yeah.
What kind of scope in the market?
Okay. So if you want to really work in the education field, that is one of the best thing I can recommend you after completing your PhD because they will pay you handsome salaries and here you will have 3 months summer vacation, 1.5 months winter vacation. So those time you can utilize for consulting as well as you can utilize those hours for your own research funding because professor earns a lot of money. They just write a proposal for there are so many agencies they hire the professors mostly for their work. Okay, so you can earn a handsome money out of your projects proposals. So my recommendation, as I see the scenario in USA, and this is the most stable job.
Okay.
So I think this is something we are being into the education is going to be a great because you can be associated. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Ranjit here.
Okay, yeah, Ranjit. Hi, how are you?
That is my question.
Okay.
Students are confused. What they
Okay.
get after having good education from USA?
Okay. First of all, you need to really think what is your final aim after your higher education. Whether you want to settle here, like of course, my the suggestion will be if you are going to spend 3 more year after your master's for your PhD, that is going to be very cool for your stable future because there are lots many opportunities you can work with after your PhD. The one of the stable profession, of course, I just spoke, you can associate it with so many companies because I saw my professors, they are associated with so many firms out here. So they are working with probably, New Hampshire State, so they are working with the New Hampshire State Police. They are doing some project with them and there are pretty good opportunities. Maybe you can work with IBM, being into this profession. So it's really, if you want to earn money as soon as possible, then master is a good option. But you want to have a stable future, I think, one should go for PhD. There are lots many opportunities which are waiting for you. And there are lots many chances you can, have the contacts throughout the world, after having your PhD. So I think, you should go for, after master's, of course, you will get a job. There are plenty of jobs available for master's students. But again, there is a problem of your visa status. Like after you will get H1, then again, you can renew it for for 6-7 years, you can be on H1. But what after that. So it is something depends upon an individual, what he wants out of the higher education. So if everybody is bachelor, so that is something very cool. So you can just do your PhD. Okay. What are the options? Okay, so like if you want both of you to come here, so she can get her H1 if she wants to transfer to USA. Where she is working in India. Hello. Right now. Hello.
Yeah, you can speak.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, like my suggestion on this particular question will be, if she can get transferred, she can find an appropriate job, she can be here on H1 visa, so she can support you and you can, pursue your master's or PhD, so that is going to be really cool. And as I told you, surviving won't be a much problem in this. You will get a good, like that is a major problem with us people, like we are not rich by birth, so that is something we need to bother about. But once you come here, once you get into a PhD program, for sure you will get probably research assistantship or teaching assistantship, which will give you a stipend that can fulfill all your basic needs. So that I can suggest you can apply for a job here and you can try for your F1, so that can work out.
Are there any more questions? Yes. Thank you so much. We have 5 minutes more for today's session. So if you have any questions or comments, we can have them answered right now, or we can continue the dialogue in next session.
Yeah, I just have one question here from Swapnil, that Ravi wants many of us to go for economics. So I think, I'm not a business person, frankly speaking, but Ravi is having a good experience. He is in a very good school. So I think he knows the importance of economics. So, might be he's giving you the wise suggestion, and he can help you out in whatever way because he is actually into the economics. So, like that's what I tell, I'm not a business person. But yes, USA having a lots of opportunities for economics. As I know one of my friends here who is from Nepal and she is into economics. So I know there are huge opportunities in USA for economics. But if you are good in your field, so of course you are going to have a great success. So I think, if you are interested in management, you can go for that. And if you are interested in economics, then that is really going to be a great option. So it really depends upon you. What is your area of interest? That's what I think. But Ravi knows better for the business, business school. I can just tell you, if you ask me anything about the technical school, like engineering school, so I can, But yeah, I know economics is boom in USA. But I know, if you are doing PhD in any of the stream, you are having a great business. You just need to work hard for 4 years, and you will get, of course, a good job, and life will be completely settled. Okay. Sophie, can I answer you? You want me to write the answer, or I can just speak? All right, I can do that. So see, basically, I need to spend on the theory and software exam, and then I need to spend on the application, like probably single application will cost you around 60 to $80. So each application, so that are the expenses. Then you need to have some balance to survive at least for the day you come here, and so you should have some balance because you are coming to a completely strange country where you don't know anybody. So you should have good balance, and you can take loan and you can repay it. I know it's just year you can repay it. So probably expenses I can talk in Indian rupees. I can say 5 lakhs. Yeah, probably that money. But if you are a single, because we both of us came, so that money I'm talking about. But I think till 3 lakhs, it's quite okay.
Thank you so much, Jay. So, Sushant, do you want to talk on how we should go ahead with this? Because everyone is here. Most of people from India who are coordinating this stuff, that online career guidance. So we can spend some 5 minutes or something on how to take this further.
Yes,
so
I'm all right.
will,
Let's discuss on that.
yes. Okay. So this,
how are we doing right now? What are the management plans?
right now,
I just want to interrupt you guys. So sorry.
yes.
Is this something personal you guys are talking, or is it fine if I'm going to hear that?
So this is regarding this how we should organize this online career guidance regularly.
Okay,
But
okay.
I understand it is quite late in USA.
No, it's
you
fine.
can stay.
I'm absolutely fine with that. No problem.
But this we are experimenting with this technology, how we can reach out to many people across India. And so basically what happened on 6th December, there was a stall in at Chaitya.
Yeah, I know. My sister-in-law told me about it. Yeah.
Yes, so there were a lot of organizations and jointly they organized, and there I met a lot of people, Swapnil, Ranjit, and all. So and they have been doing this on career guidance for many years.
Okay.
And like some of them for 20 years or so. So we thought like we should do something on regular basis. So and we have this WebEx service. We have been using this for 2 years for WebVihara.
Right. I attended sometime. Yeah.
Yes, and we have a lot of study centers across India where people prepare for civil services or other UPSC, MPSC. So right now we have the WebEx service access for 25 people. So we were thinking we can connect at least one center at one time, and then keep on adding new centers in this. So last Sunday there was one modern college from Nagpur. They attended. There were around 25 people, girls and boys, and then it was quite interactive session. But we have to work out the plan. So So
wait,
we are getting a lot of suggestions actually from people.
Let's just wait. Adesh, could you please introduce yourself first? Adesh, can you hear us? Hello, Adesh. Okay, Lalit, sorry. Let's go ahead. See, unless this guy introduces us, we will not keep it in the meeting, you know.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could explain him. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So we can also use Google Hangout sometimes, because if we are 4 or 5 people, we can discuss about. So Swapnil, Ranjit, everyone. So Sushant has some the data management tools, so we can use that. He can guide us how to use, how to plan out sessions using Excel and all the details. So
currently, who is managing this?
Currently, Swapnil and Ranjit is there, and Sagar is there.
Okay. And they are doing this in their local machines, right? There is nothing like some server, or we are putting the data online.
No.
Okay. I see.
We have people like different organizations in India who are especially this. Most of them were working with important events. Like 6th December or 14th April, they go and put up stalls. So this is one of the events we thought during our discussion, that online session connect to different centers. And then second is personal visiting different places and guiding people in different cities in person. But we thought we can certainly start with online sessions without any problem.
So all these organizations that you are mentioning, Lalit, they must be maintaining their guideline documents or whatever material they have with locally within their group, right? What we can,
yeah.
Go ahead, Lalit.
So we are looking at 3 fronts. One is the experts, list of experts, guide experts and their topics. Second is the facilitators from USA, other countries, and India. And third is the actual study centers or the reaching point. So we need to have database of 3, and so the facilitators will be from like Vinaya said that from USA she will be coordinating, and you can certainly help from Japan, and also you can help in like how we can use this managing tools. And then Ranjit, and they are always there. Ranjit, Swapnil, they are communicating with the study centers in India and also young students. Swapnil, you can share what how we can go ahead. Yes.
what I think we should all find out our sources. We're all like last time we all knew Prashant Tambe sir, and he has a modern college over there. So we should search all over Maharashtra or all over India wherever we have the centers, and maybe in this week we can make a list of such centers with the contact person name and the phone numbers. Uh, and we can contact them and invite them for next meeting. So last time we had discussed that we can ask our Naglok people to join, but somehow we could not invite them. So maybe next time we can we can ask them to come join Naglok school, or otherwise we can connect to this Sinpact hostel where our students are there and have an interaction with them. Moreover, last time Jayant Ramtege sir suggested that we should be area specific. Like we should take some time to find out like in which area the expert would be speaking, and the beneficiaries of the seminar should be related to that particular area. Like here in two sessions, the students who want to go to US got a guidance from the people who are actually there in US. So it was really good. Next time, if we can touch upon different subjects. Like Dr. Rahul Gajvi also told me once that we can have a session for students for the medical students who want to go abroad. So particularly some medical who is there in US may join the session as a speaker, and then students who are associated with Dharma over here who are planning to go to US can be the members who would be joining. Thank you.
I just want to add on what Sapnil said.
Yes, sir.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
What I feel is, Lalit, we need to go to the field, we need to go to the colleges, talk to the students, make them understand the importance of these activities. Like at the moment we are not going personally to the colleges. So today afternoon we are going to JK Hospital, then we will go to Nair Hospital, and then we are also planning to go to IIT. So that we can meet the students, we can explain to them, and then in the colleges also we can tell them to have a small group, and they can attend this online webinar. We have a good network of Dr. Ambedkar Medical Association, so we can request our friends, the respective secretaries of the Dharma in that particular medical colleges, and they can invite those students in that particular college, and through that then they can attend the online session. So what I feel is we first list out the experts who will be providing the guidance on various aspects. Second, we can have the facilitators in that particular area, and we list out the program for complete 2 to 3 months, like medical and allied, engineering and allied, like that we plan this session. Is this idea okay with all the guys?
Yes, Dr. Rahul, this is absolutely, as we streamline, we'll have to work on this specialization. Right now, if we have to plan for medical, say, medical session, so we can certainly plan maybe for how many, maybe in next week, if that is comfortable time to reach out to people, we can arrange, we can talk to some people in USA as an expert, and
I can talk to Sushant Aksande, is basically a nephrology fellow in Chicago. He completed his residency in internal medicine,
and he delivered a talk while he was in India on the opportunities of higher education, in USA. Like he mainly talked about the USMLE and other options for GI. Then we have Pankaj Mishram's wife. He is also she has also completed her residency in internal medicine. Then we have friends in Singapore, Australia. So like for if you plan a session for medical doctors, then we can have 2 to 3 speakers. They can talk about the opportunities in respective countries.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
that
good
sounds
idea.
really good.
Yeah,
We can.
we should basically pick up the specialization and have 2 or 3 speakers for the same specialization. And we can talk about global opportunities. That is a good idea.
The most important point, what I feel here is like if we have a PowerPoint presentation ready, and slowly, we can explain each and every aspect, so it becomes very easy for the youngsters if they are not
Yeah, what we can do is my suggestion would be when Lalit or somebody identifies speakers, 1, 2, or 3, whoever. Let us request them to create basic steps and how they should get into basically they should start with in a PowerPoint presentation step by step, and when they explain, they can go through each point during the presentation. That will be very helpful for everyone, and we will also try to get the material or like for example Jaya was saying about prerequisites and she has some information here. We can catch up that details and store that in one of the online services server where everyone can access, and anyone can go to the site, anyone can download that data, anyone in the sense whoever we can approve, they can always have access to that data, and anytime they can find the details and use it for their references. That will be a nice approach, I would say.
Yeah. Actually, I have already prepared the FAQs for USMLE and what are the other routes for doctors to go to USA. So I can share that information with you guys, and all people can take advantage of it.
Dr. Rahul, we can start with, as you know, a lot of people from medical field in India. Also, we have some experts in USA and other countries. So once in a month, we will organize something on medical. Okay, is that fine? Like one Sunday in a month. So okay, and you can coordinate with on that medical field. So, and there are a lot of other medical related like occupational therapy or other areas, nursing. So we have some experts. Yeah. So you can take a full coordination responsibility. And so I was thinking something like one Sunday on social science, right? One Sunday on management, one Sunday on like something. We have to begin something, and then slowly we have to. It will be more clear because we need to reach out to people also who can participate. We can reach out to the expert easily, but reaching out to the participant is little challenge. So we need to prepare database of people or the contact person of different organizations.
So here question would be like, if we have speaker for a particular specialization, we need to invite only the candidates from the specialization, right? That will be helpful. Otherwise, if like engineering people join for medical station, it will be confusing and makes a problem. So yeah, you rightly said, Lalit, we need to have database with candidates and their profession, so that we invite right people and right speaker in the VRR. And I think even I can take one session, maybe 2nd March or later Sunday, on PhD in IT solutions and even jobs in Japan, engineering jobs in Japan. That too I can combine, and we may have to find one of our other speakers from other other countries like US or other, so that me and other 2 speakers jointly can guide people on this area. And just for me, I am doing my PhD. I was just already done, and I may get the degree in the month of March next month in IT solutions for shipbuilding industry. So I can certainly guide in that area.
So Lalit, actually, once we visit the medical college, we'll get back to you, and then we can plan the date for the session for the doctors. Swapnil is going to join me today for the visit in medical college.
Yeah, we can start working on that area. I also know some doctors from Nagpur area who have the our people's link. They have doctors association, so I can certainly get some data if they are interested to join.
The other aspect is of concern is like at the moment we are focusing mainly on the urban areas, especially in Maharashtra only. We also need to find out some strategy to reach out to the rural masses.
Right. So yeah, what is my suggestion would be in that case is we are also working for some projects within ANA Joint Mission where we have identified the atrocity relief project, and we were thinking that some of us who like resides in Nagpur or Mumbai area kind of location, city location, they should visit to villages, find some contact, and make them aware about such program, and invite them to the city to attend this kind of sessions. Or if there is a facility within villages also, we can do that. But basically, the people residing in cities, they have to help us in getting to the village area and contacts within villages. What do you think?
Yeah, like we have a Vihara in Bhandara, so people in and around Bhandara, like say places from Lakhandur, Palandur, these people can be called on one Sunday, and the friends over there in Bhandara, they can coordinate that activity.
Excellent.
So similar things can be done for Gadchiroli, Chandrapur, or Vani, Yavatmal, like that area.
Yes, definitely we can do. Good, that's a good approach. So Lalit, about database and maintaining share files, do you want me to show something that we are using for our joint mission? If you want to.
Yes, please do that. Thank you.
Okay, can you give me the presentation rights then? I can just quickly show. So guys, let me know if you can see the screen. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hope every one of you know about Google Drive, right? So there is a Google Drive where the site is drive.google.com, and what it does is you need to have any email account, whether it is Yahoo, Gmail, whatever, and on that page it's shown in Japanese right now, but let me change the language. English. So on drive.google.com you will get one option to register your account. Some option will be here, and then you can just register your email address, whatever Yahoo or Gmail, and you will have access to your Google Drive. So for example, if I log in over here, I actually get around database of 8 GB or 10 GB, something like that. There is some capacity, and it within your account you can manage whatever you want. So you can see there is a folder over here, AIM ANA Joint Mission, and you will see that we are saving the MOM, our meeting, project details, quotations for whatever we are getting, and all the data like contractors, and then our contact database. All data is over here. It is in Word format, Excel format, PowerPoint format, images format, whatever you want to. So if you go to projects folder, you will see that we have multiple projects over here, kind of anti-conversion law, atrocity relief, BIS, which is Buddhist International School, discriminations, embracing Buddhism, empower self-defense, These are all our multiple projects. So we can even add other projects. For example, in guidance center, you can see that there is a guidance center folder, and we have all related material related to guidance center. We have office in Nagpur. We have plan for retail training. We have SAP training plan is there. We need to have people to register for this training, which we will provide the training, maybe kind of relaxation of 70% fees. So 30% or 20% fees can be paid by the candidate. Other can be paid by AIM, ANA, Joint Mission Fund. So these kind of facilities are there, but we are tracking all those data within this folder. And Nagpur office activities we are tracking in this particular office folder. So there is time sheets, other kind of details. So all data that we will be using for this career guidance center also, we can have another separate folder within this, or we can also have another separate folder called career guidance parallel to this AMANA, and we can add multiple kind of documents. So, and at the top you can also see that let me show you, sorry, not this one. So should be here. So on this page you will see that there is an option called download drive for PC. So that means it actually installs Google Drive at your local machine. What happens is Google Drive do not allow you to edit or edit the documents in the MS format, that is MS Word format or MS Excel format or MS PPT format. It opens it in the Internet Explorer only. That is not convenient. So you should basically do this download drive for PC, and you will get a Google Drive in your local machine like this. So let me show you how that works. So if you go to Google Drive and open that, it will ask for one of the store location. If you set that location, for example, your B drive or somewhere as a store location, what happens is the one that I have shown earlier, it is online. So wherever you go in the world, you will always have this access. You just log into Internet Explorer, Google Drive, you will have all those data access wherever you go. You don't have to carry your data with you in memory stick or whatever. Okay, that is in the server. And on the top of that, what happens is if you install Google Drive in your local machine, there is an icon like this. If you open this folder, what happens is all online data gets downloaded in your local drive. For example, I have my local drive here. So you see that this is data is there in the local drive, and all data is downloaded over here. Now if you open your documents, you can able to edit this in your MS Excel format or MS Word format or whatever, like this. So you can see that you can access and edit any data like this. And what I can also do is that only one person will be the owner of the database, and he can give access to multiple people. So for example, you see that I have provided shared access to multiple people over here. So in case of our online career guidance also, we can have something like this folder, and I can add number of people over here who will have access to these documents. They can always go and edit, add, or whatever they want to do. So that access will be given only to the the owner. Okay, this is how it works. So I will suggest that for all the things like recordings of the sessions or material that will be shared by the the people who will be guiding us, should go into this kind of folder, and we maintain it so that we can have access in there. That is all I can say about database and management. So if you have any question, you can ask, or we can move to other questions, additional questions. And we need to plan, who will have the access to ownership access, and who will manage giving share access to the people. And of course, that owner should have all communication to be marked to him with all documents. Even the Q&A documents that Dr. Rahul has created, we can add that in the particular database. So it's very useful.
Hello, Sushant sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Sagar speaking.
Sagar.
Hello.
Yes, Sagar, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said that we can download that Google Drive in our system also.
Sagar, speak loudly. Sagar, speak loudly. Yes, and Sagar is quite a technology expert, so he will be able to help us.
Yes, I could hear that Sagar is an IT specialist. Yeah, go ahead, Sagar.
Yes, sir. As you said that we can download the Google Drive in our laptop also. So if we did any editing or any update from our system,
Right.
it will be updated to the Google Drive directly.
Yes, yes. Let me show you that quickly. Come, beta, come. So let me show you quickly. So this is our fund tracker for AM ALA joint mission.
उन्होंने मेरे को जब भी बोला था
Naresh, can you please mute everyone other than me so that. Okay, so in this case, for example, let me add one of the funds I have received from our AN Japan member, Prashant Gurgate. He has donated us monthly contribution for 10 months. So I am adding that in this particular sheet. I have just added locally. Okay, this is my local Excel sheet, and just keep watch on over here. Do you see this icon here?
Yeah, yeah.
So keep watching this. If once I click on save, it will start showing you syncing the file. So what happens is, from your local drive, that file will get synced to your server. So within a minute, if other people try to access this Excel sheet, they will see the updated data. Okay. So let me try to save, and you will see that it will start rotating. See started. Sync 1 of 1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to database already now.
Okay.
So it's very very good tool.
Good. It's very good.
So any other question, guys, on the management front? Lalit, we may have to decide, who will be the owner and how who else will have access or share access should be given, and the document must be diverted to that particular owner, or they can shared access people can also directly add the document in that. So we may have to plan it clearly. Yeah, any other things, guys?
Hello, Sushant. So you can, in the beginning, you can work with, you can guide Sagar, Ranjit, and Swapnil. Will Dr. Rahul is also here, so we'll work together. So you can prepare some sample sheets for this specific need-based purpose. So the experts, then facilitators from US or different countries and India, and the study center or contact organization in India.
We can do that.
Also, the resource database we have to have. Dr. Rahul suggested that.
Right. We actually have Lalit here project list member database like this, in Excel sheet. Wait a minute, let me show you. So here, we have added AM Japan members, USA members, ANA members, India members like this. So here we have, format which tells you what exactly you need to have. Maybe you are trying to see a database like this only, right?
Yeah, this looks fine.
Right. So here we also added professional and industry related details.
Yeah, this will
This
be
is
helpful.
understand. Yeah, I can share this format. So, but it should not happen that we have multiple kind of sheets for different places or different projects. So basically, if we can update this AM India or ANA India members database to BCP itself, will be very helpful. It will be at one location. So we will manage that. I will be in touch with Lalit and Ranjit, and we can update this.
Swapnil, Sagar, Ranjit, and Dr. Rao, we need to prepare a database of organization and start contacting. Like Dr. Rahul took the responsibility of contacting medical field. So Swapnil said that we have a lot of study centers already running. So we need to start contacting them.
Sagar, since you are from my field, could you please share your email address? I am writing my email address to you. We may definitely need to discuss lots of projects which I have in mind for maintaining this as a software application instead of Excel sheets and all that. So let us catch up separately to discuss more on our objectives to achieve. This is my mail address, Sagar.
Sagar, also write your phone number and email ID.
Please.
And in addition, I also requested, this is another next level of project with Vaibhav. I requested him to prepare a kind of online GRE class syllabus for 10 weeks. So he is working on it. So we will launch it after a few months. But there are a lot of things. First is most important is to connect the study center. So once we connect, once we are successful in connecting the study center, we can launch a lot of work.
Yeah, and Lalit, in last session I heard from Nagpur team who joined from the model college. They were mentioning that they are running IS coaching locally in Nagpur, and he was requesting for some financial help. We can certainly do that from AIMANA mission, some financial help for those IS coaching. I have chat message already copied with me. I will find the name of that particular guy, and I may need his email address. I do not have that. We will make contact to him. So similar to GRE, Lalit, we may have to talk to this guy to see that the coach who is teaching the IS classes in Nagpur can also provide or make arrangements for the online IS coaching like GRE. So that may be helpful, I think.
Yeah, but Sushant, this is really wonderful suggestion. But right now we will focus for at least next few months. We will focus on opportunities abroad because for India they have a lot of information.
I see. Okay.
And we have to push for. If they have IAS, IPS coaching classes, we have to push for GRE TOEFL classes in their centers. So we have to advocate for this as a campaign, and so that because we have limited energy, but certainly this technology can be useful for. We will do a lot of other work because right now personally I am also working on some other work full time, but.
That's a right thought, Lalit. You noted a right point. We can certainly approach in the center to provide GRE coaching for abroad opportunity. That's a good thought, Lalit. Thank you.
Adesh, you want to speak something? We cannot hear you, but you can type your message here now.
So where is this Adesh located, Lalit?
He is Adesh Shinde, I think. Ranjit knows him.
Okay.
Navi Mumbai. Khargar.
I see. Okay.
And so let us write. So in CC we can discuss, or we can also prepare a Google group on this career guidance, because I am receiving a lot of CC from different places. So if these things are at one place, that will be really good.
Yes, yes. Yeah, well, I have not mentioned any time, but within AIMNA joint mission, as I was mentioning that we have guidance center, office in Nagpur. Not only that, we are actually creating a online guidance center website. Let me show you that if it is already ready. Just later. Okay. So maybe on AIM Japan website you will see one tab called Guidance Center. Okay, and that will forward it to another page which will help you to provide the information about yourself in the format like let me show you that. So there will be some details which we will need about to verify that the candidate is from our Buddhist community only, and he is relevant for providing the help. What we actually do is, based on the information that we will be receiving, we will note what is the guidance that they are expecting, whether it is employment related, education related, or whatever. And we have a team in USA, Japan, where the details will be shared with the professional people and the experienced people who will review the need of the candidate. And since we meet weekly or once in 2 weeks, we discuss the requirement, what exactly the need of this candidate, and how best we can help him in the education field or employment field for getting jobs in abroad or education in abroad. So that when we discuss within a group, there are a lot of different intellectuals which give you the right information. So we compile that information and then send it back to the needy, so that he get only the right information which he or she expects. So I will encourage you guys to make utilization of this particular facility we have now. And we already have a Google group contact for this particular help, which I was showing in the PowerPoint, which is email address called AIM-ANA-guidance center at googlegroups.com. If you send in requirements to this email address, we will divert to the right people and send the details for whatever guidance you need. So that is how it will be very helpful instead of going individually to anyone. If we share that to the group, it will rightly go to the right intellectual and get you the right information. So we are trying to help technologically in this fashion, so that people get the right information only. Hope this will be helpful for all of you.
Sushant, we had 3-4 meetings in India. And there were like many suggestions. One of the suggestion was to start a website on different specialization wise forums with so people will, so Sagar, Ranjit, Swapnil, everyone is aware about this. So we were thinking about having forums and then a registration form online. Once people register, then they can access more details, but generally it will be open to everyone. Anybody can access, but more details will be accessible once person is registered. So that is just primary information, and people can post questions, and then each specialization we will have like list of experts, maybe 10-15 experts. So whenever they see the questions, they can respond online.
Yeah, but you know, Lalit, there is a lot of control required on that. I had a very good ideas on this, and we have framed already a very good specification of how the website should work. Okay, so for that I can even show you that proposal. What I would suggest is whoever is involved in that particular project, website development project, I will be happy if they will include me and I can share my suggestions with them how best we can create a website for this particular career guidance online. So
Yeah, but one thing we need to make it sure that we don't limit its access, because our experience that is that once we have a lot of control, then our own people cannot access it.
no,
But
that will
we,
not be there. That will not be
yeah,
there, Lalit. We have already taken care of that fact in
yes,
the specification. So what I would
yeah,
suggest is, see, many people have ideas, and we need to consider all good ideas. So try to make it, more usable for everyone. So one thing
yes,
we have to make sure that yes, the access must be there to all our Buddhist candidates. So we have to make sure that whoever register in the website is a Buddhist candidate, and also he get access to right information. So
yeah.
I am not sure if you have ever heard about software issues management techniques. Maybe Sagar may know about it. There in the software industry, there are lots of issues like bugs or requirements. There are very high-end softwares they use for tracking those things. So I had suggested in this specification about a guidance request where there will be kind of individual request tracking system, and also that information will be explored and made it as a forum which will be accessible to anyone who can write his question in the text field, and he will immediately get all of those information to only that field, kind of medical or engineering, whatever. So my point here is that if people are already working on this, let us share intellectual ideas how best we can make it and make the website more relevant to and useful to everyone. Okay.
So Sushant sir,
Yeah.
Yes, Sagar, go ahead.
so for each specialization, we have to put our authentication for that.
Yeah, there
Like
are
user ID
different,
password.
right, there are many different systems actually. So maybe if I share this specification, you will get an idea how we can bifurcate that with respect to specialization. It should be very easy. We can discuss that separately. Once we go to that project. If
So
Sagar is involved in the project.
yeah, so now it is almost 10:44 here, and so let us conclude and summarize for today's session. Sushant, you will have to work, like give a lot of suggestions and lot of these things how we can work on, because what was happening in India, in US also people are working on similar things. So we thought we work together, and the name we gave for India project is like Dr. Ambedkar Education Decade. So it is like a campaign for a decade on the occasion of 100 years of Dr. Ambedkar visiting USA for
Very nice.
education purpose. So with that background, motivate people and to go abroad and explore and develop themselves so that they can contribute effectively to the society and our nation. So
Right.
that is the larger goal, and to create leadership among the most disadvantaged. That will make the India a stronger nation. So that is the larger mission. So with this viewpoint, I think whatever ideas you have, I think you have worked on a lot of things already. So if you can share the website and other material with all these people, Ranjit, you can make a CC group of all these people, and then we can start discussing. and also on winter website we can prepare a page for like registration for the next session. People can register in advance because there is huge demand in India. People last time some people were unable to join, so this time we have not circulated the email to different forums, so people are not aware much of it. But our target is to reach out to the study center where we connect to more people at one time. So let us see and share a little summary, Sushant, for today's session in email. So we keep this discussion going on. And
By the way,
Sagar will work with you.
Yeah. So Lalit, from development front of the website, Sagar is the owner, or there are more people?
Yeah, Sagar and Swapnil is there. Swapnil is
Very
there.
nice. So please, Sagar and Swapnil, be in touch with me. Write email to me so that I can know what are your email addresses. And other than this forum, we will separately discuss on how to get our website developed in the right manner with the right objective, so that it will be a good forum for everyone. Okay, and we will do that separately other than this call.
Sure.
Okay, Lalit. So let us conclude for today then.
Yes. Yeah. Can we? You write some brief, like on what points we will work on in email. So we'll continue our discussion in email.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Jai Bhim.
Okay, thank you guys. Jai Bhim. Have a nice day.
Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim. Okay.
Bye.